So yesterday I asked my students to name the name of the products they are promoting so that I can enter into them and chat them up as a prospect to see the mistake that they are doing as salespeople, you understand? So after a while I discovered that the major problem that most salespeople make. Number one is that they don't know the right question to ask. Number two is that they are in a hurry to close the sale, you understand? Number three is that they feel like they are under the prospect, whereas they should be above the prospect. You get the point? Sometimes they are afraid. What am I gonna say next so that it won't hurt this person? But the main point is that you're always in control of the conversation. You are above the prospect and the prospect is not above you. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the right question you need to ask the prospect from the moment they enter into your DM, or from the moment you start the conversation to the moment you close the sale. You get the point? And so that after a prospect answers your question, you are not bothering yourself. What's the next question you don't need to ask? Most of them don't answer. Most of them don't. It's not only most of them, all of them. They don't know the right question to ask. So that is the main thing I'm going to be discussing in this video. The right question to ask a prospect to close the sale. So if this is your first time seeing my video, my name is Emmanuel Eze. I'm a sales strategist for new entrepreneurs. In this video, I share with you some of my tips on how to close more sales, generate more leads, make more money online. So the best way you can help me in this YouTube channel is to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you love the content I've been watching so far. Alright, so let's dive into the main video. So the first question, or so before I start, I want to tell you that this question that I'm going to list here, all of them are not necessary for some certain kind of product that you are promoting, because everybody is not promoting the same product. So there are some of them you need to edit yourself and remove them and know, okay, this one is not important, this one is not important, this one is not important, and remove them. You get the point? So that is what you need to do. So the question you have to ask a person when he or she enters your DM is, number one, what is the main results you are trying to achieve right now? You understand? This opens up their mind so that you know their struggles, because most of these messages, they do this mistake of they will start presenting their product to a prospect without actually knowing what the prospect pain is all about. You get the point? It's just like someone goes into a hospital for a medication and the doctor just bring out injection and start trickling to the patient without actually knowing the problem of a prospect. So that is the main mistake I've seen these students did when I was asking them. They were actually recommending their product to me without actually knowing what my problem was. And this is unethical, this is imbalance, you understand? So the first thing you have to ask a prospect is, what's your main result? What's the main results you are trying to achieve right now, you understand? This is the question you have to start, and then you open them up, you guys start starting and all the rest of them. So the second one you can ask a prospect is, if we could solve just one thing for you today, what could it be? So this opens up their mind for you to know the main thing that they need or they want to be solved today. If we can just solve one thing for you today, Samuel, what do you want it to be? Someone will say, all I want you people to solve this is my lead generation method. All I want you people to solve today is my sales closing method. All I want you people to solve today is my handling objection method. All I want you people to solve today is this. All I want you people to solve today is this. You understand? This opens up their heart, and this lets you know the main thing that they have been worrying for so long, the main thing that has been bothering them inside their mind for a very long time now. This is where you present your product to. You present your product as a solution and the problem, and say this solution will solve this problem. You understand? So the second question, if you could solve just one thing today, Samuel, what do you want it to be? And Samuel will go ahead and read the one thing that we wanted to solve to them. So after that, the third question will be, what has been your biggest challenge in solving this thing so far? So if you listen to my other videos, you see that I let you guys realize that is what we call handling the sales objection, handling the past experience. Handling the past experience is something that the prospects have tried in solving that particular problem so far that didn't work for them. And one of the most important thing about this handling past experience is that these prospects have had bad experiences in trying to solve this particular problem before. So if you don't handle their past experience, they will associate your product as something that is very, very similar or something that is the same as what didn't work for them before, and they will not buy from you. You get the point? Let me say you bought an iPhone today. You bought an iPhone for a good 5 times. After the 5th time, after 2 weeks, the iPhone turn off. Like you buy it, the first one after 2 weeks it turn off, the second one after 2 weeks turn off, up to the 5th week after 5 weeks it turn off. So if I want to sell iPhone to you again, you'll be like, no, do not sell iPhone to me. I bought 5 good iPhones and after 2 weeks they went brand, and now you want me to buy your phone. So it's left for me to tell you, no, Samuel, the reason you are having tons of after 2 weeks, you're buying it from the fake company, you're buying it from the fake manufacturer. Okay, look at this one now. Do you see that there is no Apple logo on it? Okay, look at this thing now. Do you see that there is no this on it? This is the reason it's turning off into it. But look at this my own now. Do you see that it has an Apple logo? Do you see that it has a reverse charging? Do you see that it have this at the back? Do you see that it have this at the back? Somebody say, okay. So how much is your own? And then is when you close the sale. You get the point. But if you don't address these things and you just want to sell somewhere your product, they will not buy. So you have to tell them why what they have been doing is not working for them and why your own is better. So that is the third question. What is your biggest challenge in facing this problem so far? And that they will go ahead and review their challenges in facing this problem. So the fourth question is that how is this problem affecting your business? So like I said before, some questions depends on the product you are promoting. How is this problem affecting your relationship? How is this problem affecting your day-to-day life? How is this problem affecting your living? How is this problem affecting your financial status? How is this problem affecting the list you are generating? You ask this question related to the product you are promoting. You get the point? So that is the fourth question you have to ask. So the fifth question you have to ask is that if nothing changes, what will this look like in 3 to 6 months' time? This is the fifth question. You ask me, someone, if you don't solve this problem today, or you don't solve this problem at the moment, what is something that will happen in 6 months' time? This led to the reason we ask these questions itself is to write them down so that we can present our product, or we can know the main pain points of this process. And the more we are asking this question, we are building clarity with the prospect, letting them know that you are the right person to solve this particular problem for them. You get the point? You are the right person to solve this particular problem for them. So you ask them, fifth question, if nothing happens in 6 months, if nothing changes, what will it be this in 6 months? Sometimes it will be, if I don't generate this in 6 months time, I will feel devastated though. If I don't do this in 6 months, if I don't lose waste in 6 months time, my boyfriend will chase me out of the house. You understand? All these things. Now the sixth question is, when do you want this problem to be solved by? This lets you know if they want the problem to solve immediately, or they want the problem to, or they are just casually chatting with it. When do you want this problem to be solved? You get the point? And they will say, no, I want this problem to. If there's any way you can solve this problem right now, please, I'm ready. This lets you know their urgentness of solving the problem, or they are ready, how ready they are to solve the problem. When do you want this problem to solve? The problem, someone will tell you, I want this problem to solve next month. I want this problem to solve next week. I want this problem to be solved right now, please. I'm dying this problem. And that is how you know how ready they are to solve the problem. So that is the sixth question. So the seventh question is, have you set aside a budget for solving this problem? This lets you know for their financial status. They must be like, yeah, I have set a budget for solving this problem. That is when you smile in your heart, knowing that this is well a qualified prospect. Some of them will say, no, I haven't, but if there is any means I can solve this problem right now, I'm able to raise the money immediately. So this lets you know that, okay, this problem is financially capable of solving this problem, so that you will not go be wasting your time in trying to persuade them and the rest of them. So the eighth question is, how much is this problem costing you if you remain unsolved? So this one is mainly for business owners. Maybe they are losing 3,000 leads every day, or they are losing 5,000 leads every day, or they are not closing much of their sales, or they are not closing most of their leads. You understand? So you can ask them, how much is this problem costing you every day if they remain unsolved? They will say, we are losing about 3,000 naira monthly, we are losing about $3,000 monthly. So this happens that whenever you want to present your product to them, you can go ahead and tell them, hey, you are losing $3,000 monthly in solving this problem. The price of our product is $1,000. So if you can buy a product of $1,000, we'll be able to save you $3,000 monthly. I'll be able to make you $10,000 on top again. You understand? So depends. You get the point. So how much is this problem costing you if it stays unsolved? They tell you how much they are losing if they are not solving it, and they tell them why your product will save them more money if they solve this problem. And then, so that is the eighth question you have to ask to close this question, but I'm going to give you a bonus. You understand? There are 2 more questions you can ask them. This one is a bonus. There are simple 8 questions you can ask them. These are the 8 ethical questions you can ask to close the session. You understand? So the points you have asked this way, from number 1 to 8 question, the prospect have already loved you, and you guys have known each other now. He's now interacting with you. So the next question you can ask them is, if you can solve S problem and get you S results, are you ready to move forward today? They'll be like, "Hey, I'm ready to move forward. I'm not ready to move forward." You get the point? If you can solve your lead generation problem today and get you $1,000 extra in monthly revenue, are you ready to move on with us today? They'll be like, "Yes, I'm ready to move on today." If you are able to solve your making money online problem, able to make you an extra $100 monthly, are you ready to move on with us today? You'll be like, "Yes, I'm ready to move with you guys today." If they say they are not ready, just close the cell, just leave that chat and go to them, or you handle the objection. Why are you not ready to move with us today? You get the point? And the one is on a scale of 1 to 10. How ready are you to solve this right now, or how ready are you to fix this problem right now? These ones are just bonus. It's not a must, you must include them, but if you include them, fine. On a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you to solve this problem right now? They will say 9, 8. If someone says 1, run, no. Or you can ask them, why did they say 1? You understand? So these are the questions you have to ask a prospect in order to get them closer to say yes your product. I repeat, these are the main important questions to ask a prospect in order to get them in order to get them closer to say yes to your product. So another point is, don't ask these questions like a robot. It's not when you ask them what's the main result you're trying to achieve right now, and they tell you, "I want to lose weight." You go back to the next question. No, you follow up with their answers with something like, "Oh, tell me more about that. So why do you say that? What happens if you don't fix this problem?" Follow up their answers, interact like human beings. It's not when they tell you the answer, you go over to the next question. When they tell you the answer, you go over to the next question. No, this is not good. Follow up their answers. Like, "Tell me more about that. Why do you say that? Why this happens?" And after the rest, you can able to go ahead and close the sale. So if you have been finding it difficult to handle sales objection after presenting your product to the prospect, they come up with, "I don't have the money. I have to tell my husband I'll get back to you." In this video, I explain to you the formula you can use to handle sales objection. Alright guys, see you on the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.